Hello and welcome to the Academy of Modern Martial Arts and our Tai Chi for PD series. We've already filmed the form as a whole where you can see it from 3 different angles. We've broken down each movement from the form. So today let's just take a moment to talk about some of the points that we want to keep in mind if we want to do our best to combat the symptomatic progression of Parkinson's. As we know, we tend to lose amplitude. So one of the things that we want to do in the form is we want to really work on opening everything up. And there's so many places in the form where that gets carried through. Also, we want to focus on the complete amplitude of our joint movement, really bending at the wrist and extending the wrist through the other direction. Same thing with the ankles. So right from the beginning, it's imperative to know that when we're practicing Tai Chi or practicing anything else for that matter, we're not only practicing the martial arts portion or the movement portion, but we're also practicing the state that goes along with it. And we really do want to make certain that we take the time to practice enjoying what we're doing. So not just what we're doing, but the way we're going about doing it. That's why we always start and end the form with aligning our state. So right to that very beginning and ending salutation, we bring our feet together, hands at our side, and we take a moment to think about those postural cues, again, lifting up out of that sternum, setting those shoulder blades down the back, softening the knees and all of the other joints, just sort of settling into place, but being lifted at the same time. From here, we're going to take a nice big inhale. We're going to allow our shoulder blades to drop as the means of raising our arms up. And we take this moment to really think good thoughts about others, because it doesn't matter who they are, these thoughts are taking place in our head. After we think good thoughts about others, we come full circle to thinking good thoughts about ourselves. From there, we clear our head and we focus on just remembering that we want to enjoy the practice that we're about to get into. Just engage, be present. So from here, shift the weight. Let's really work on getting all of the weight down into that right leg. So as we sink down into the right, we'll come up out of that left heel simultaneously and just sort of let that be the cue for you. As the weight drops into the right, we come up out of the left, and there's a commensurate thing that happens down on one side, up on the other side. So that's how we're going to begin to open the form or open Tai Chi. Sinking down even further into the right, stabilizing. So by the time we have got to our toe, we really have no more weight in that left leg. It truly is empty. So up out of the heel, slide over, hovering over the ground, flex the heel, place that heel on the floor, and then shift our weight forward, and almost like a massage on the underside of the foot, rolling through and settling into place. One more time. So once again, sinking down into that right leg, lifting up out of that left, opening Tai Chi, setting the heel on the floor, and allowing that weight shift to smear our weight through that left foot as we come back into that balanced position. Take a nice breath, and we're going to raise hands, or raise hands and greet the universe. We bring them in, and we relax. Let that just sort of set the tone and allow you to let all of the excess tension out of your frame. And now we begin by shifting the weight to the left, but as we shift over into that left leg, we unweight the right toes, turning the hips to the left, putting that right toe at a 45, allow that arm to swing out, rock back and hold the ball. And we're holding the ball in a T stance with that left leg empty. From here, we step out heel to toe, parting wild horse's mane, thinking about as we massage through that foot on the floor, we twist and we lift up out of that sternum and we drop our shoulders, and the tailbone is tucked or the front of the abdomen is picked up. From here, we rock back, taking our time, enjoying that weight shift into the right leg, bringing the left in if necessary to make the weight transfer easier, or in this case, ensure I don't hit the wall. So as we slide up, we're going to push through the right toes, empty that right leg. It comes forward. We set that heel down. And again, we enjoy that unwinding into position. We rock back. We pivot. We push our weight up with the left toes this time, holding the ball as a counterweight, rotating through. Empty left toe switches to the empty left heel. And we twist and turn back to parting wild horse's mane number 3. From here, number 3 is our cue that we're going to do that slide forward, push through the big rear foot, draw the empty leg up, drop back onto that right leg, and as we sit down, twist in place, drop the shoulder to throw all of that up, and Stork Cools Its Wings as we continue to the left and then back to the right into brush knee twist step. Again, it was toe heel, set that down, brush knee twist step number 1, rock back, pivot, again, bring it in if it makes life easier, if it keeps you from hitting the wall, slide up, empty right leg is forward, we step out with that heel and brush knee twist step number 2, rock back, pivot, step up. Again, so many opportunities. Bring all that weight over, empty this leg, get comfortable here. We don't want to feel rushed when we're in this position. We want to bring the empty leg forward. And again, that amplitude, the flexion in our ankle, toe to heel. And we've got the same thing happening in our wrists as we twist forward and try and synchronize that opening and that push and passing into that position before, this is number 3, so we slide up. Bring those hands up, and we play the lute. So there you have it, the first passage all at once, rather than breaking down each individual movement, and rather than doing the form without any instruction, just looking at that first passage, back and forth. Let's do it one more quick time. Sink, we'll assume we've already done our salutation. Sink down into the right leg, open the left. We open Tai Chi, raise hands, take this opportunity to make sure the wrists come up while the shoulders stay down. No shoulder shrugs here. Big reach away from your body. Pull it in. Exhale, relax, settle. Shift left and turn left. Bring the right toes in. Rock back. And counterbalance the leg with the hands. Step out, heel to toe, maximum flexion in the ankle. Again, enjoy this twist, settle through. Rock back, pivot, again, pulling it in if necessary. Stepping up, twisting. So we get this nice twist in our frame. Again, really maximizing the amount of rotation we have. So turn as far to the right as you can and let that turning to the right be what helps bring the left foot forward. Doesn't matter if we lose our balance a little bit. The goal is to center up over that support leg, twist, maximum turn, set the heel, and maximum turn back to the left. Slide back up, drop back down, twist, maximum twist. Go as far as you can, over exaggerate if necessary, coming back and through. Here we are. Good. Rock back, pivot and step up. One more big twist on this side. And again, we come back here through. Here's our slide up. Keep one big thing we want to make certain as our legs get tired. I'm starting to move my weight over here. As I get tired, I'll tend to want to straighten that leg, but that makes me lose some of my balance. It actually reduces the width of my base. So when we're doing our slide forward, we want to keep our hips low and stay down for this part. That'll make your balance infinitely easier if we allow ourselves to keep some bend in that leg. And that's really the process of Tai Chi. Remember that learning is cyclical. It's not like we're going to learn one thing and then we're going to learn the next thing and we're going to learn the next thing and that we keep adding to it. We actually keep coming back to things. So one of the first things we talk about is we talk about relaxing and settling and the way in which we want to breathe. And so great, we've settled down. We're inhaling in through the nose, we're holding our breath gently, we're exhaling through the mouth, and we're doing a great job. And we've got that lateral breathing. Lungs are working great. And then we start to move and we become constricted again. And so somewhere in our movement, we realize, oh, it's time to bring our attention back to our breathing. It's time to circle back to that other lesson and remember to breathe. So if we're drawing that leg up and holding that ball, we aren't pulling up in our shoulders and breathing shallowly at the top of our lungs, but we go, okay, that's right. Sink the shoulder blades, deep breath, and really feel your low ribs expand. And all of a sudden, that same movement we just did, holding the ball in the T stance in preparation for parting wild horse's mane, is a very different movement. And that is the nature of Tai Chi. As we learn one thing, we get it to a particular level of refinement, and then we notice when our mind is no longer consumed with the change that we're currently making, we end up noticing the other changes that are available. And all of a sudden, we'll make that change that we became aware of. And after a while of doing that, we no longer have to think about it, and that change is incorporated. And then all of a sudden, we have enough awareness left over to go, oh, I keep straightening that leg. I could settle down on that knee. Or maybe for you, it's the fact that your knee goes beyond your toe. It doesn't matter. That is what Tai Chi is all about, constantly becoming aware of little refinements that we can make to move in better alignment, to breathe in better alignment, to think in better alignment. And we really hope that that is what Tai Chi is for you. Tai Chi becomes that touchstone that reminds you of so many different good habits that take place not just in the form, but in the way you approach everything that you do. So thank you for joining us today. Hope that you really enjoyed it, and we will continue to look at the form in another segment next time and really focus on those things that we want to keep in mind in our daily practice. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.